Hello YouTube world, my name is Kelsey J. Welcome back to my series Amateur Recreates Celebrity Makeup. Today on my series we are going to be recreating this photo of Ashley Olsen. This photo was taken in 2007 at the 25th anniversary of the CFDA Awards in New York. Before we get into this video, I would really appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up button and subscribed and hit that little bell icon below so we can get started. So, first step in this process, I'm actually going to be using this new NYX, it's called the Marshmallow Primer. I received this in PR, so I'm super excited to try it out. Wow, look at that. It's like super kind of creamy. Now, in this photo of Ashley Olsen, her hair is parted down the middle, slicked back in a bun, and she's also wearing this like deep plunge blazer that's actually like a trench dress, which is really cool. Ooh, this primer smells sweet. Makes sense. But the look that Ashley has in this photo, she has very minimal skin makeup, very light blush, a very kind of cute corally pink lip, but her eyes are the main focus of this look. So that's where we're gonna be concentrating today. I'm actually gonna use a little bit more of that primer. It really seeps into your skin. It doesn't like sit on top and kind of make a layer. Cute. Now we're gonna start with the eyes on this look. It's very heavy on the bottom. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone real quick so I can have a close-up. Yeah, she has that kind of on the outer corner. It doesn't come to a point. It's more rounded on the sides. Her brows are very natural, and the focus of the makeup is really on the outer corner and underneath. So you get that kind of tired look, but it's very natural. There's no like heavy contouring, no baking, none of that. So this is exciting. I wonder what I should use for foundation. But like I said, we're gonna start with the eyes this time. I'm gonna go in with, I just recently got this in PR as well, the NYX Professional Lift and Snatch. And then I also got some brow glue, which I'm kind of hesitant to try. Like, I've never glued my eyebrows before, but it comes in this little package and it has a little spoolie. Oh my gosh, it's so thick. I don't think I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use my e.l.f. brow wax, and I'm going to just kind of stick those brows up because hers are very natural. I don't even think she probably filled them in at all. So maybe I might just do a few extra brow strokes with this NYX pen, but for the most part, I'm gonna leave the brows pretty untouched. Just kind of fluffing those brows up and out. And then I'm gonna take this little brow pen. I've never used a pen like this before. Oh, that's nice. I like that. It's very natural. You can actually see those little brow strokes. So the thing about this pen that's a little difficult is you have to have a really steady hand. And right now I just had some coffee, so I'm kind of like a little bit jittery. But other than that, I think it looks really nice. It looks super natural, just evenly filled, cute, nice, simple look. Next, we're gonna start with our eyeshadow. So it looks like she has kind of more dark browns and a little bit of black on that waterline, but it's not super heavy. It's a really nice, simple, maybe it might even be a dark brown on the waterline, but then no lashes, very natural, cute look. That's something I really applaud about the Olsen twins, is they've always kind of stuck with their same kind of genre. You know, even in the movies that they did, they loved fashion, and I love that as they progressed and got older, they kind of started becoming those fashion icons. So I'm going to use the little Ulta palette that Dylan gave me, and I'm going to go in with this lighter brown. It looks more like a gray brown on camera, and we're gonna start by going all over the lid with that. I didn't use any eye primer for this because it's not like a super dramatic look where we need to put any like shimmer or anything. I might use a little bit of shimmer just for fun, but you see how on the outside of the lid I'm doing little circles rather than coming out like this, and just kind of putting that all over the lid. I'm gonna come down a little bit too underneath. cute. Oh, I like that. It's very high fashion. Next, I'm going to take my little smudger brush and I'm going to go in with this actual gray color right here, and that's going to be part of my under eye kind of darkness that she has. I'm actually going to bring that on top of my lid as well. Oh my gosh, I was such an Olsen twin fan when I was a kid. Like, it's so crazy because I didn't own all of their movies, but I had friends that did, and I had Billboard Dad. That was like the one Olsen twin movie that I had. And then one of my friends lent me Our Lips Are Sealed. Oh my gosh, that became like my favorite Olsen twin movie. It was so cool. They got to like, it was funny because they were like in the witness protection program, but then they like couldn't keep their mouths shut, so they kept telling everybody that, you know, it was really funny. It was like, you know, a kid movie, but they lived in Australia, and I thought that was one of the coolest. Like, how fun to live in Australia. So now I'm just taking this like darker brown right here. It's more of a matte brown, and I'm going to make little circles on the outer corner of my eye just to kind of darken up that crease a little bit. Actually, I should be using a different brush. I'm going to switch to this little round brush that I have and stamp that on. Now the thing about the Olsen twins is they have very round eyes, especially towards the inner corner. I don't. I have more almond shaped like cat eyes. So this is gonna look a little bit different on me than it does on them, but I think that's the fun part about doing these recreations is something might look some way on one person, but then another person has a completely different face shape or skin tone, and it can look completely different. The same look on two different people can be just like worlds difference. So I'm just kind of blending that more towards the inner corner of the eye. And next I'm going to take my little smudger brush and I'm going to bring that underneath, keeping it kind of, looks like it's a little bit more on the outer corner in one photo. Let's look at the other. Yeah, underneath it does go all the way, but it looks like it's a little bit darker, more concentrated on the outer corner. And I'm going to take this brush. It looks like her brow bone doesn't have as much pigment on it, so I'm just going to buff this out a little bit. Okay, now getting back to the under eye. How do we feel? It looks lighter on her. You know, it's because of my eye shape. Whenever I do things like dark under the bottom, it makes my eyes look a lot smaller. That's okay. We're gonna let the eyes simmer for a little bit. Don't get too frustrated. I'm gonna move on to complexion. So her complexion is super natural. Super natural. I'm gonna go in with my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate because it looks like she's pretty dewy. And I'm also, you know, I'm gonna try and mix it. Should I mix it with my Juvia's Plate? Let's see. I need to compare side by side. So on my hand right here, this is my Juvia's Place I Am Magic Foundation, and then this is the Conceal and Hydrate. I think I'm going to, and then I got this Juvia's Place concealer as a contour. It's a little bit more of a brown golden. Maybe I might mix those. Let's see how it goes. On my little palette, I'm gonna take her out, and so just on all these different spots on my palette, I'm going to see what kind of tones we can come up with. See if any of them match. I'm Actually, that isn't bad. That's actually all three of them kind of mashed together, and it still gives a nice coverage, but not being too cakey. And it's also a really good color match. So I'm using a brush to apply this because I don't want to get super clean underneath that eye. She has that really messy dark under eye, so that's something I want to kind of save. I've been also seeing like on TikTok recently, I don't have a TikTok, but you know, Twitter updates me on that kind of stuff. I've been seeing a lot that like people are now drawing on under eye bags, which I'm like, why would you do that? That's like been the main point of my makeup journey, is to just get rid of under eye bags. But now apparently they're coming into style, which is kind of weird, but okay, whatever. Do you, boo. Do you. So again, just kind of taking those three shades on my palette and mixing together. This one looks a little bit darker, adding more of my conceal and hydrate to kind of lighten that up. Well, can never get the same tone twice, I guess. I'm not gonna use my brush anymore. I'm gonna take my sponge because we don't want it to be too heavy. It's really difficult for me to try and not like really hide those bags, but I guess just a little bit of foundation is all you really need. Now I'm going to use a lipstick as a blush again and just kind of rubbing that on my palette. I really like this color as a blush. And taking my damp sponge on the like angled side, I'm just going to lightly tap and give that cute little rosy natural look. Kind of bring that everywhere. Okay, now, what do you think? I think that looks really nice. I don't think we're gonna do any powder today because she is like very natural and dewy. For lip, I'm gonna go in with this NYX, it's called 846 Tangerine. And this is a kind of like a more corally orange shimmer color. I need to sharpen it real quick. And we're just gonna fill in, actually first, sorry guys, I need to wipe off my lips. I always get foundation all over them and then my lip doesn't apply properly. Cute. And we're going to go on top with, I just got this in PR as well, the NYX Shine Loud, and I'm going to use the gloss on this side. Just to make those babies look more hydrated. Cute. Okay, now we're gonna go back to the eyes. We've let them simmer for long enough. Now I'm gonna go in with this black and my little smudger brush, and we are going to keep that on the very outside just to kind of darken that up. Ooh. Okay, and I'm gonna go on the waterline with that powder as well. Maybe I shouldn't have gone as far down. Maybe I should have just done the waterline and that was it. Let's take taking some foundation just to kind of clean that up a little. I mean, it doesn't need to be super clean. I'm actually kind of just blending it in with my foundation to make it look a little bit messier. Cute. final step, well, not final, we're gonna mist real quick with the e.l.f. Microfine Setting Mist, and finishing off with Clinique mascara. And let's look at her lashes real quick. Top ones look a little clumpy, but they're not like the tweezed kind of clumps, you know, that you're seeing online now. Okay, so I did accidentally get mascara on my under eye, but have no fear. I learned this trick from Harush. She said let it dry and then take a little disposable spoolie and you can just sweep it away. Okay, well, I didn't let that one dry enough. Amateur here. Welcome. So I just took a little bit of my foundation, just kind of dab it on a little bit. So that's the finished look, guys. What do you think? That's my Olsen twin smile. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give a like, subscribe, hit that little bell icon so you get notified when I upload a new video. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later. Love you. Setting spray, or we're gonna set blush as, or a blush. So if you're interested in seeing how I go from this, hit that little bell to this. Before we get into it, I would really, kind of darkness that she has.